to welcome y'all back to another Blue Light special right here in the home of PenFlow, you feel me? And I might as well go and get straight into it, man. We here with a special guest tonight, a revolutionary brother by the name of A. So, we finna dive in real quick and get to know. But what's up, man? How you feeling?
I'm good. How about yourself, brother? I appreciate you for having me.
Yes, sir. I can't complain, man.
Yes, sir.
So about that piece where you talked about having options and the different options that you had, but you also made a few statements, so I'm gonna dive in a little bit. But first, I want to get to know, what is your first memory of writing that you can remember?
Maybe 6 or 7 years old, playing with it. Growing up in the 90s and shit, most we did all the time was talk about each other, you feel me, the dozens on each other, especially with you and your siblings. And I remember it was my big brother, 13, just, hitting them with the dozens and shit, and it was kind of funny, but that was my first time playing with it. But then it was years later before I touched it again.
Given what we heard, what is an option where you felt like, was hard for you, but you chose the right one to do?
That's a good one. I'd say the hardest option would be love. And I learned from one of the greatest poets, DMX, sometimes you gotta let love leave, and if it returned to you, it was really meant for you, but if it never come back, it wasn't yours. So it's really understanding what love really is, because genuine love can really change the world, and you know who really with you, who really for you with that unconditional love. So you gotta really have that discernment for love.
Okay, so now that just leads me to asking a little more about that. In reference to the options of love, is that something you experienced where you kind of let it go and to see if it would come back or not?
Absolutely. I think we all have though, right?
All right. So did it come back? Did it?
Not quite yet. It entertains me in there, but I can't put too much thought in it. I gotta let love do what it do.
Okay. In your piece, you also spoke about in reference to choosing not to be a bad person in a sense, and growing and choosing to grow and choosing to be a better person. You mind speaking on that? You know what I'm saying? Because it might be somebody that is going through them same things right now based on where they from or the area they may live in or the things that they may see on a regular basis in reference to the options that they can choose. You know what I'm saying? What was certain things for you that help you choose better options? What brought to you to say, I want to do this better or that better or whatever the case may be, to where you felt like you had to change how you did things?
One of my uncles gave me one of the best advice I could never get in life, and he told me that I got to stop living in the physical realm and be more in tune with the spiritual realm. Now, I have a strong relationship with God, the Creator, and I understand how God works, and He is really real, where you can be asking to grow and really wanting that growth, but if you're doing the same old things over and over, He's going to put you in the same old realm, give you the same old lesson until you really learn from it, so you can progress and get to that next level. So, even with that understanding, it's I've been out here forever with no direct understanding. Life didn't come with no instructions, you feel me? We really don't know what we're doing. We just trying to figure it out here. So you'll get into a little bit of everything, try a little bit of anything, just trying to figure it out though. But you'll get older, you start going gray, but still trying the same old shit and it ain't working for you. So it's okay, at some point something gotta change, you feel me? Because I'm not developing, I'm not growing to be who I'm supposed to be, because life is evolution. I don't believe people change. We are who we are out here. But if you grow into the element that you're supposed to be, you can't be stuck in the same old what you used to, you feel me? Because you'll never be able to break through that ceiling and get to that next level in life. So at a certain point, you just gotta choose what you really want to do, where you really want to be, what you want to be remembered for.
Okay. And what can you say was one of those moments for you?
One of the moments for me, I say stay tuned. I learned from one of my friends, there's always that story that you didn't tell. So if y'all a fan of my poems, just keep listening, you know. Catch me at the PenFlow.
Make sure y'all come check that out every Wednesday at 7 p.m. But
every Wednesday, 7 p.m.
On top of that, PenFlow, the essence of PenFlow is about the writing. So what would you say, like, give me 3 ways to describe your writing?
Reality, poetic, 10 toes down.
Okay, so why you say reality?
Because I don't know, I grew up, I wasn't really a big fan of the television, you feel me? I always learned that they telling a lot through our vision. And your real life is the journey, you feel me? It's much more entertaining in real life than anything you can pick up off a tube. So, like the reality of it, like you'll be surprised how many people relate to something that actually happened versus something that's fake. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay. Facts. And why you say poetic?
Poetic because it's genuine, it's really how I feel, it's not made up, it's not polished, it's raw, rugged, it's just how you gonna get it, you know? As real as it can be without trying to even put a dress on it or put a suit on it. You just gotta accept it for what it is.
Okay. And you said 10 toes down.
10 toes down because I stand on everything I say. You can challenge anything, won't budge, I won't move. I mean what I say, I will say what I mean, and I'm stand on it.
So, like we spoke about every Wednesday, 45th, Cottage Grove, Bronzeville,
7 o'clock.
7 p.m. But yeah, so PenFlow, the blue light essence, you know, blue light is something that people call out when they want to hear you run your line back, you know, if you said something special to them or something that they felt. So like, that's what it means to the crowd and a little bit of what it means to the essence of PenFlow, but what does blue light mean to you?
And I expressed that in a piece that I shared before where I feel like it really means that somebody was able to feel where you was coming from, where you was at a point where you didn't think that anybody can relate to you because you wouldn't even share these thoughts. But PenFlow was able to provide a stage where it invited courage, you feel me, and a little comfort where nobody judged nobody, where, okay, get your thoughts out because we can go crazy bottling them thoughts in. So you got it out and somebody blue light you, that means somebody actually felt that. But that was your thought that you was hiding from the world because you didn't think nobody can relate to you, but somebody actually did. So it really kind of like, it brought a little weight off your shoulders a little more like, wow, so we can relate, so I'm not alone out here, you know.
So it's more like you would say a pressure reliever for you.
Absolutely.
In a sense. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's what's up, man.
Yes, sir.
So like, okay, we're coming up with your pieces. Like, what is your like process of writing? Like, you know, you gotta turn on some instrumentals? Do you gotta be in the car? Like, what's your process?
I really don't have a process. The process is I'll juggle the idea when it releases, you know, but I just love the concept of coming here and doing this. So even as far as the process, I'll probably even think of like a moment in time where I was inspired by something that might relate to that line or something that I seen that might relate to that topic or something to that nature. So smoking and drinking is the part of any nigga writing process, you know. So of course I'm smoking and drinking, and then just even speeding to get to PenFlow to even get on that list because it'd be hard to get on that list sometimes. So getting on that list, running down here, feeling the energy and all of that be part of the process because not only you're a writer, you're a fan. You can't wait to hear what other people are about to say as well. So that'd be a part of the process. Like, okay, I see so-and-so in the room. I see so-and-so in the room. So I know what vibe they giving. I know what vibe they giving. So I gotta come with something a little different. So that also inspired it as well. Okay. It's dope as hell.
So you said drink. What you drinking on?
No, I drink. I drink the same old thing. I drink that Cavassier. It's not too strong, not too weak. It's right in the middle. I can keep you right where you need to be.
What does PenFlow mean to you?
therapy. That's what I always consider it. Therapy, and I call PenFlow, maybe I got two names for it that I play with on my own, and that's either the House of Broken Souls or the School for Writer's Block.
Okay.
You know, and it's been both of those for me. So shout out to PenFlow.
Man, that's love, man. I want to definitely appreciate
Man,
you pulling up
I appreciate you having me, bro.
performing that incredible piece, bro, and sitting here and let us dive into who A is a little bit, man.
Absolutely.
And before we get out of here, I definitely want you to go ahead and tell the people where they can, hear more of you at, and look you up and, just find you if they,
I'm a nomad. I'm everywhere and nowhere at the same time. If you know me, you can find me. If you don't know me, look for me.
All right, man. That wraps up another episode of Blue Light Specials. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can pull up and check out pieces like A just did live, full effect, every Wednesday, 7 p.m. in Bronzeville, Chicago, Illinois. And you can tap in with us every week as well, because we're going to be giving you them Blue Light Specials, It's special, so you got to be quiet.